yeah. Oh yeah.
Down to God's country.
I think God's country.
By a mix of emotion, got my
I have a gut feeling that Lemon Twinkle might have got old overnight.
can understand it fully, appreciate my.
How are you, Max? How's things?
All right, mate. You?
Yeah, good, man. So first off, massive congratulations for last week. I bet you're over the moon.
Yeah, still buzzing, mate. We're a week on and still waking up every day with a smile on my face, buzzing. Waiting for the next thing to come in pipeline now.
Have you had time to reflect on the win and how much it means to you?
Yeah, I don't normally like watching me send back, but I watched it back on Saturday night, and I was happy with performance, and obviously I'm happy that I won. But I still feel like there's a lot of improvements to make, and going forward, if I'm wanting to capitalise on it and bring back a title, I think there's some improvements to make.
Yeah, but does it feel like you've finally got your breakthrough to where you want to go?
Yeah, definitely. I know I had it in me. Like it was just, I think couple of times I had a bit of hard luck with a couple of fights and judging, but I finally pulled it together when there were no belt online.
Yeah.
But it's a good name. Jono was a good scalp to have on my record. So yeah, I am of it known. Yeah.
Because obviously you've been professional, 10 plus years now. You've done your duty to the sport. So it's about time the world championship belts come.
yeah. Well, we'll see what comes. I think I'm hoping that something will be coming in pipeline with MTK. You know, my trainer and manager are going to be in talks with them. So we'll just wait to see what comes with them. Lee and says there'll be definitely something they can do for me, and so just waiting to hear, just see what comes like. So yeah, I'll get myself back in gym and get ready for what comes.
Yeah, man. So going back to what you just previously said about adjustments and everything like that, what do you feel in your performance you could have changed?
I think I could have maybe probably stood and fought a bit more and let more shots go where, you know, usually I'm, you know, my movement's on point and my defences are up and my counter punching, they're stuff like what I do naturally. That just comes to me naturally, you know, doing it day in, day out in gym. The stuff that I need to work on is probably standing a bit more and letting my hands go a bit more. Because I ain't got a lot of, my record says I ain't got a lot of stoppages on my record, but I know I'm physically strong, and when I put punches together, you know, I know I can hurt people. So going forward, that's something I can work on.
I know one thing I picked up on in the fight, which was absolutely fantastic, is you caught him coming in and you was also catching him going back out. It was like clockwork. Is that something you worked on in the gym to prepare for his style?
Yeah, definitely. Like we watched. Well, my trainer watched him more than I only watched him a couple of days before just to like get it fresh in my mind. But we'd worked on obviously countering him coming in because we knew we were gonna come in and try and attack the body. So he was doing that, and then the point was to try and finish long. So like you know, try and keep him at arm's length. So, and obviously I know to the eye, if he's coming in and letting shots go, I can't just cover up. So I was thinking, right, you know, block, and then like when there's an exchange, finish on top. So I'm catching the judge's eye then and finishing the exchange on top.
Yeah, like I said, catching the judge's eye is very important in this game. In your very honest opinion, did you think you was going to get the nod at the end?
I were really sceptical about it. I felt that I'd done enough, but I really didn't know. We've been obviously Jono's signed with MTK
Yeah.
show, and I just thought because he's quite obviously he's a blue tick on social media and that, and
Yeah.
they just. He's coming off that big win against Quigg, and they might have something big in pipeline for him. So that wore in back of my mind, thinking they're just going to give it to him here, just to because they've maybe got something lined up for him. But just glad that judges did the job, and I guess it shows the sort of job that I did when I were in there. I made it clear for him that I wouldn't. It were unanimous.
You know, like, it's quite sad that we have to think that way because it should be fair judging all round, but obviously it's not. What was your first thoughts when you heard the words from Yorkshire?
Oh, buzzing! I were absolutely buzzing. I've worked hard for this. Train really hard, put everything into it, and I just thought I know I've won and I know I deserve it. So. I was just really chuffed that it went my way. But like you say, it's a bad time when we think about that, thinking, "Oh, has he done enough to win?" You know, it's all like they say, "Oh, who's busiest?" Boxing's not about being busy.
Yeah.
It's hitting your opponents more than they hit you, landing the eye-catching and shot like the textbook shots. You know, all the shots that are in that textbook, I landed them cleanly. Didn't take a lot of punches, so I believe I was deserving to win.
Because I actually went to put the kettle on when the fight finished, and when I come back in and I heard from Yorkshire, I was like, I was really, really pleased, you know, that it went the right way for a change.
Yeah. We see it time and time again where it goes to the own promotion and fighter, but just glad that it went my way.
So obviously, I'm a big fan of Jono myself as well. He's a great man and a great fighter. Do you think he took the loss well? I should say. I don't think he really complained about the decision, did he?
No, I don't think he. No, I haven't heard anyway, and I spoke to him a bit after. So he wasn't kicking off, or he didn't storm out ring. He came up, shook my hand. I think it's he said a couple of things like, but it's always hard to accept losing. Straight away, you look at why, and you say, oh, maybe it were this, maybe it were that, or I think it was just I got it right on the night and Jono didn't. It's as simple as that. I executed my game plan. I did what I needed to do to win. But yeah, I think he'll accept it, and like I say, it was the weight above Jono's optimum fighting weight. He's a natural super featherweight. I'm now. I've grown out of that now. I'm a natural lightweight. So so that were also in my favour.
Because obviously this fight now, probably the best fight your career have come with after 5 losses on your record. Do you think now you're at the best that you can be?
I think so, yeah. I've always, like, people have asked, after those losses and being in sport 10 years, what's keeping you going? And I always say, because I was still improving in gym. I keep improving and improving, so that's why I keep in. So I think I'm still getting better. So after that win, I can build on it now and obviously gain some more confidence going from that. If I can get signed by MTK, if they can sign me, then get some big fights my way, and we can start building some momentum now and bring out the best in me. I think I'm not going to go on too much longer light in my career. But yeah, some good couple of fights, some title fights. If they can get me those, I'll be chuffed.
Yeah, it's a crazy old sport. I think Mickey Ward had 11 losses before he had his first £1 million fight, $1 million fight, I should say. You never know what's coming in this sport.
Yeah, stranger things have happened, haven't they? You see what another one, Jason Wellborn. He had a couple of losses on his career. He won British title. He beat Tommy Langford, a good kid, twice, and then he went himself over to America, fought for a world title. Josh Whale, who's also from Yorkshire, he kept trying, pushing top kids, but he'd never give in. He won English, then British, and he fought for European, and he was close again to fight for a world title. But I'm of the old school belief that the losses, they don't mean anything. All it means is I'm willing to fight anybody, and those losses have just done me good because it's top competitive fights. I'd have took those sort of fights earlier in my career if they were offered to me, but obviously the management side of it, they tried to bring me through as the route that often gets the managers put you on. But yeah, I'd still if I got another big fight, next fight, and it didn't go my way, but if I did a good performance, I'd still be carrying on, unless like if my losses that I'd had, if I were getting battered and stopped, really beat up, I'd be having an hard look in mirror, thinking, I don't think I can really cut at this level, but because I'm pushing lads all the way, and they're always close fights. Depending on people's opinions, some people think that I might have nicked a couple of them fights. So it just shows me that I've still got a lot to give, and I'm at that level rather than getting getting a lucky shot at a big fight and then getting beat up. So yeah, that's another reason why I keep going.
What's probably the most important lesson you learned from losing?
I don't know really. It's just I don't know. Struggle to answer that one. Just a lot really. Just things that I can work like when I look back of why I lost. Like with the Liam Walsh fight. That fight, really close fight. Some people said that it could have gone either way, and maybe I could have nicked it. But I felt like the thing that were lacking from me were just a bit more work rate. Again, I were hitting Walsh with a crisper, cleaner counter punches, but overall he was busy. He wasn't just busy letting his hands go. I think he didn't hit me with loads of big major shots snapping my head back, but he did work. His work rate was higher, and especially he finished the fight stronger, which also would have tipped it to him. So I think when I went into the Carroll fight, especially I think I definitely won the 9th and 10th round, so I made sure that I finished strong. So yeah, and I just meant, like you said earlier, finishing the exchanges on top, making sure I don't just excuse me, making sure I don't just take the shots on the arms and then move off and reset then, rather than take the arms on the shots and then come back with my own shots. So I guess you probably say that's what I've learned from the Walsh fight anyway. So yeah, I've learned that.
I see. Obviously, this is the best win of your career so far. And I seen that you posted about your grandfather and that you won it for him. How much of an idol was he in your life?
Oh, that's who I'm named after. My granddad was Maxi Hughes. When I turned pro, the boxing board says you can't have your real name Danny, so you have to come up with another name. So there were no better choice to have than my granddad, because it wasn't his real name either. The real name was Raymond, but he got the nickname Maxi. I'm not quite sure. Excuse me. Not quite sure where it came from, but he had that as his nickname. So that's the name I go by now. And he's always watched all my fights, even all through my amateur career and everything. And he died at the beginning of this year. And I called it after he'd passed away this year. I says, you watch now. I says this year, I says, I'll get a big fight and I'll win it. And my aunties said same, like, but so I dedicated that win for him. I had my granddad wrote on my shorts to take him in the ring with me, like. So yeah, it did mean a lot for me to win that fight for him.
A very proud moment for you and your whole family as well.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, it were. It's like a bittersweet moment. We wish you were here, but at the same time, we're just happy that we got that win.
Yeah, man. With such a high-profile fight, have you noticed you started getting more sponsorships and opportunities coming in?
Well, my phone's been going non-stop. I can't keep up with notifications, and I think I gained 500 followers overnight.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier, I just want to build on it now. Now I've got now there's so a bit of a buzz around me. I'm man at moment sort of thing. I just build on it and enjoy it while it's here, and try and build from it, build some momentum from it.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully you get exactly what you deserve.
Thank you.
I found out this week, I think, you're half Welsh.
Yeah. My dad's from Llanelli.
Llanelli, yeah.
Yeah. So I did spend some time down there training with our mate Alex.
Gary Lockett, was it?
Gary with my training. It were a funny thing because in the hotel, Gary had a lad on as well, and Gary were in a hotel room next door to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a chat with Gary. It was nice to see him as well. Well, yeah, I'm half Welsh. Been down there a couple of times. My dad still lives down there. Like,
Do you still come down to God's country?
I'm in God's country now.
No,
Yeah.
real God's country.
You know what I always say? Every time I go, it always seems to rain.
Yeah, that's Wales. Yeah. Before I finish off, Max, I'd like to get your opinion on a few upcoming fights. If that's okay with you? You there?
Again, mate, you just broke up a bit then.
Yeah, sorry, bud. I think it might have been the Wi-Fi. Before I finish off, I'd like to get your opinion on a few up-and-coming fights, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Lomachenko versus Lopez.
Oh, it's hard to pick a winner, but what my gut feeling is telling me that since when Loma boxed Luke Campbell, I thought Luke Campbell put on a real good show, and I've got like a gut feeling that Lomachenko might have got old overnight, and obviously with the COVID and being inactive, it might just be Lopez's time. But I can't quite commit to that. But I'm a big fan of Loma. I really I love his style, and I hope he does win. But I just have this feeling at the back of my mind where I think Lopez might just get him at the right time. You never know, like, but yeah.
I hope not.
Oh yeah, I hope not as well.
What about I heard today Thurman could possibly be fighting Crawford?
Oh really? I back Terence Crawford for that. I can't see anyone
Yeah.
time soon. I think the only, especially, is it going to be at welterweight 147?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see him losing at minute to anyone at 147. I think the only way he'll get beat is if he moves up and he's not quite got that natural size. But yeah, I think Crawford will win that. Definitely, maybe even stop him late on.
Yeah, but Thurman, he had his days of being fantastic, but I think he went very inactive, and he hasn't been the same.
No, I don't think he has. He did a bit of a number on him, had him down as well, didn't he? So I think, what Crawford would do, I think Crawford's top of his game at the minute. So I think he'll end up really beating him up, I think. It seemed Crawford just to have an answer for everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's fantastic, especially with the switch hitting.
Yeah, with someone when he boxed Benavidez, he had some real natural size on him. And, he found him out, didn't he? And he got him out of there. So yeah, I really rate Crawford.
Well, I even seen a Crawford. Gary Russell Jr. was calling Crawford out, even though the huge size difference, which that's just bizarre.
I think he'd been smoking wacky backy, I think.
Yeah. What about the much anticipated Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson?
To be honest, I wish it wasn't happening. I think, Mike Tyson, obviously, he's looking in his training and that, but that's not with a live opponent in front of him. Like that punch resistance at 50 odd, I think that'll be gone. I think as soon as you take a punch, with them little gloves on head, it all could go wrong. But same for Roy Jones as well. We all know Roy's gone on a bit longer than he should have. He's a bit, he's been knocked out badly quite a lot as well, hasn't he? So you just hope that nothing bad happens to him. I think it'll draw a crowd. It'll sell it well because of who they are and what they've done. But I just hope none of them get hurt or like that.
What about this week's Dillian White versus Povetkin?
I'm thinking that Povetkin might pull it off.
Yeah,
he's a good fighter, isn't he? I know White's up and coming, but obviously they both can get hurt. It's heavyweight division, isn't it? They've both got that power to finish each other off. And I think I've not seen a face to face with them, but is Povetkin a bit shorter?
Yeah, he's a pretty short heavyweight, Povetkin. You broke up, Ben. Sorry, Max.
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying if Povetkin's shorter than White, that might help him out a bit. He might be able to duck and weave his way in to land that left hook. If he gets in close and is able to land a couple of them, it could be all over. But at the same time, if White catches him in coming in with that left hook again, it could be all over. Like
it's almost guaranteed a knockout fight.
I think so. Yeah, I can't. I'd be surprised if it went the distance, that one.
So the last one is obviously going to be the trilogy with Fury and Wilder.
I'll back Fury again. I think you were unlucky. You were really unlucky in the first one not to get that decision. He did a real number on him in that rematch, and I think he'll do it. Maybe he won't stop him, but I think he'll just. If he doesn't stop him, it'll be probably another boxing masterclass from him, because we've seen with Wilder. He doesn't seem to be able to box with boxers, does he? He just like soaks it up as much as he can until he can land. somehow Fury got them powers where he was able to get up from two of them, wasn't he? In last round, well, in 12th round, you know, when you'd think he'd be more tired and more susceptible to not getting back up, he got back up. So yeah, so I've definitely backed Fury for that one. And I think Fury,
me too.
If that goes ahead, I don't know what will happen, because there's supposed to be as long as White or whoever comes through, they've got to fight the winner of that then, haven't they? For WBC. But I know then the Fury's also signed to box Joshua. I think he'll beat Joshua.
I mean,
what might end up happening is Fury beats Wilder, and obviously he's won WBC and defended it then. I wouldn't be surprised if he vacates. If the WBC are not going to let him fight Joshua without stripping him, I think he might say, well, I'll vacate WBC and I'll go and fight Joshua for his world titles. I'd be surprised if that happened.
It could be a possibility that Fury, Joshua, and also Dillian White lose.
And I'll go and fight Joshua for his world titles.
I'd
be surprised if that happened.
It could be a possibility that Fury, Joshua, and also Dillian White lose.
You just don't know, do you? Yeah. It could be Povetkin up there fighting for world titles.
Povetkin versus Wilder, imagine that.
Yeah. You never know.
Right, I'll let you get on with your day now, Max. I could talk shit to you about boxing all day, and I'm sure you've got better things to do with your day.
No worries, pal. Thanks for your time anyway, mate.
So I wish you all the best going into the future, and hopefully I'll hear off you again when you get some more news, and we can do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely talk, man. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no worries, mate. See you in a bit. All right.
See you later, mate. Bye.